Great. So, Pete, your Tmux'd in, I gather. I just saw.
Yeah, I'm in there. Sorry, it took me a second.
All right. So.
Okay, Jim, what version of Node do you have installed?
I'm running 0.7.1 4877C.
Let's see if it's the same thing I have. Is this what you have?
Where are you? What are you referring to? No,
I was referring to you then.
that's not what I have.
Okay.
197. Mine says 4877C. And I just grabbed it from
Really?
the.
From the link I pasted?
Uh huh.
Oh, interesting. That was where I downloaded mine from.
Yeah, yours is the released version.
No, it's just 0.7. It's this one, the last one here.
Yeah, well, it's also on developer.rchain.coop and on the GitHub. The version number you got. 197.3. All right, well, I'm going to grab it from GitHub here.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Service, stop.
So, Peter, you're running Node on your machine, right?
He's sharing a session with me.
I'm tagging along with you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 1977B. All right.
You have that now?
I do.
Okay, how about you, Jim? Valentine?
I'm just running it now.
Do you know what bootstrap I should be using?
I think you're going to have to connect to my node. So my node will act as the bootstrap network.
All right. So I'm going to need those coordinates.
Yeah, that's after I start the standalone. But I want everyone to get the right version first before we proceed.
What's your next time constraint, Pete? You can just tell it what.
Oh, I think I'm got several people in my house that'll turn into pumpkins here around 10. So I'll have to involved in family life again.
I was hoping to get this done by 9:30, but we're having a slow start here.
Hey, it's absolutely fine. No worries. Everyone's sleepy this morning, so it's been kind of quiet so far.
Our foster puppy's behaving herself.
Good for you. That's awesome. I had to send my pooch along out of the room here. He was hell bent on thoroughly cleaning his paws while I sat here. It was getting kind of rowdy.
Okay, so I think Jimmy, you're the only one that hasn't gotten the version yet. So, how far with that?
I just started it. Yeah, for some reason, no, I didn't start it. It installed successfully, but then I get rnode command not found.
Oh, okay. You're doing that on Ubuntu VM, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will share quickly here. Okay, and if I look, when I look, no, I looked for the.
I think you just downloaded it. Did you install?
Yeah. Oh.
I can't see the install command.
Okay. Never mind.
And there's going to be a little issue. You can see that this downloaded as .1. So, yeah, you have to add.
Jim, you needed .1 there, unless you renamed it.
I removed the old one. Oh. So I just downloaded it more than once. I thought I was installing.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
Now you can do which rnode or rnode might as.
what, you think it's running? Oh.
No, that would just tell you where. Anyway, just do anything that. Yeah. No. Yeah, that will confirm that it's installed. Okay, it's installed.
And
Oh, right. We're waiting for the version number to pop up. Boy, they really make you really work to get the version number.
I think I'll do a localhost.
Okay, I think it's come up. I think if you could go up to. You could go back to your terminal, yeah. Then scroll up a bit.
What happened? It died.
Yeah, you had an error. Okay, you're already running. I think you have the right version, so that's cool.
There you go.
Most likely you didn't do a stop rnode, or there's still an rnode process running.
Yeah, it's a system control. I didn't think it would start it when I just installed it. System control, stop, rnode.
Okay, I think we're all at the same state. At least my rnode is installed and stopped.
Okay, I think Steve just joined us, Steve Henley. Welcome, Steve.
Hello, hi everyone.
Yeah, are you participating with us?
I'm just kind of sitting in observing for today.
Roger.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have my keys, so I don't need to do that again.
So what's next, David?
Yeah, so I'll be taking over the share now because we'll have to use the same bonds file. So everyone should paste a copy of the public key, a public key inside on Discord, so I could grab that. Then we'll create a new bonds file.
How do I get my public key?
Yeah, just the name.
You
Just
see
the
on
name
my
of-
screen? See on my screen where we have the art node genesis and we have the 5 keys that were generated. I just take the first one, copy that, and then we go to the Discord and put in pub key, OB, take off the .sk. And basically that happens right after you do the rnode run in standalone mode with we remove the .rnode directory first.
What if I didn't?
As long as you have keys there, I guess you can use them.
Okay.
I think it would be a good idea to remove. What did you remove? Did you remove your
No, I didn't remove anything. I haven't been instructed to remove anything.
well,
Okay, so
remove your .rnode file and then do another rnode run -s just to clean up everything. We're starting from scratch here.
Okay.
okay, I'm going to take the screen share once again. So cd into
We can't.
root.
Let's see. I'm not seeing the bottom of your screen.
Can you see that now?
I'm not seeing the last line. This has happened before. I see bringing block store down is the last.
So
line.
it's not a matter of size.
Not a matter of size. It's a matter of the zoom control we're hearing with the bottom line.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. Sometimes that happens and I can't seem to fix it. I don't know why. Usually, if you move your mouse off the screen, the controls go away. And you can see the bottom. I don't know if you can move the bottom of your screen up a couple of lines from the bottom.
Okay, let me see if I could do this.
I see that in my view options, I have a fit to screen.
Is this better?
I don't see any change in your window.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yeah, the controls now do go away after I open the chat window when I move my mouse off the thing. Now I can see it.
Jim.
That's perfect. Oops, that was perfect.
Yeah,
This
you
is
could try double tapping your screen. That could work.
okay. I think we got the Zoom thing figured out. What's next?
Okay, so I'm gonna clear out my bonds file.
You're using an editor written in 1970. They had no mice in 1970. Type DD several times, once for each line. Oh,
You said?
never mind. Okay, that'll work too.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's write down. Oops.
I don't have a bonds file. I think
He's making the bonds file right now.
No. But I thought we had an instruction to clear out the bonds file.
Yeah, so once I'm done making the bonds file, I'm going to share it with every one of us. Oops, I think I'm supposed to.
Was it? Don't you need the number?
Yeah, he needs to give us some money.
Boy, he's stingy.
Yeah. Although in some sense he's taking some money, right? This is how much we're bonding, how much we're locking up.
Yeah.
Yep. I need to get one for myself also.
Isn't there a minimum of 1,500?
How do you mean?
The software says if bonds amount less than 1,500, fail, I think. That's what the docs say.
Oh.
I think we can change that, but by default, I think it's the minimum is 1,500.
Okay, so is this okay?
I believe so.
Okay. Okay, so okay, I know there's another way to do this, but I'm gonna do it somehow I'm more familiar
Yeah,
with.
this works.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna copy the content, then share it in Discord, then we get to create, everyone gets to create a bonds file. So
And where exactly do we put this bonds file?
yeah, I think in the same Genesis folder.
Just making sense a little bit, Pete.
Yeah, I think I'm following right along here. This is great. I appreciate it.
Oh, this is where he gives us the money. Maybe.
He's
Yep,
doing,
so
he's doing wallets?
yes, so that's the wallets file, and I'm gonna drop a link to that on Discord.
Now, these are not the wallets that we just created.
Oh, right. Okay, so they're not related. We just all have to agree on how much money everybody has.
Yes.
These are the wallets that we used for. I don't have the.
This was the wallets we used the last.
I don't have the private key to the wallet address I used during testnet generation. If you're using that.
Yeah, I think this is Josh's own. This is from Josh.
Right, but if we don't have
And
any,
I'm having an issue
if our
sharing the
wallet,
file.
you have to create it with money for our wallets. So you need to have the exact same accounts that you have in the.
How do you mean?
Well, if we don't have any money, how can we bond?
Yeah, you have to copy the bond file and put some money in those wallets.
It'd be interesting to watch it fail without it, but I don't know.
We don't have time.
Okay. Yeah, it does take a while to run the actual.
So,
David, you're aware
Okay, I
that
think I posted that in. Yeah, you said?
you're aware that that wallets file won't work, right?
yeah,
How do you mean?
We have to have money, right? Each of us that gave our public key for the bonds file has to have money, right? This wallets file does not say that we have any money.
those are not the wallet. Those are not the wallets for the public keys we just generated.
Okay, so
So,
what you guys are saying is it will be preferable to use.
Shall I fix it? Oh, I don't have a wallets file at all. Is it okay to just use the 4 addresses we've got?
Yeah, what I'm saying is here we have wallet address, public keys. Would it be okay to use this?
We have to put money in the accounts that we just made up. So nothing that existed before this meeting can work. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was thinking that cost accounting isn't yet implemented. Okay, it is. Okay.
They made a big deal about it at cost accounting.
Okay, so okay, how do we go about that now?
Here, how about I share?
You want to take the screen share?
we could use these accounts because they do have private keys listed. But if we don't want to share our private key, you have to use the accounts that we just created, which.
Okay, so here's the bonds file we just created. I'm going to use a spreadsheet because I think that's easier. And then, so this thing has 3 columns, right? Remind me what the, is this the column where we give ourselves money?
Are you talking about the bonds file or the validator file?
Wallets.
The wallets file. Yeah, wallets file.
What is,
I think it's the third one that has to do with money.
so what's the second one?
The second one is okay, I don't know what that is. It's just a
Can we look at the
string
wallet
of numbers.
file?
I don't have a wallets file. Let's see. Did he just distribute one?
You could go to the collab channel general. I mistakenly posted that in there instead of the, yeah.
Oops. Okay, the third column is 0. Fair enough. Jim, does this look sufficient?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, but what you have in the first column is public keys rather than wallet addresses.
Same thing.
They don't have 0x.
Is this how wallet addresses are made?
Wallet address is a public key, correct.
In Ethereum, I think it's a hash of a public key, but we'll see.
Okay.
There's the export thing. Okay. Just double checking here, so that looks about right. And I'm going to stick this in the Node Runners channel. Then I have to put it on my that's some other thing. I have too many computers. Okay. What's the address of this thing? Jim, does that seem right?
Yep, looks right. New Genesis directory. Now I don't know how to do a save as.
In case it helps.
Okay, so
Oh, crap.
are you adding any information to it?
I'm not sure what you said. I didn't add anything. I just.
Okay.
Nice read only.
How do you mean, Dan?
I'm just saying that anybody following this documentation would not have enough information to create this.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
It says we all have to have the same wallets text file, but it doesn't say what goes in there.
What the hell?
It's not documented in the user guide for running a node.
I don't know why it can't save.
Should I start the next step?
Okay, you want to take the lead? That's fine. I was
Yes.
actually hoping I could tell.
Well, I'm happy for you to do it, but in some ways it tests the documentation better if I try to read the documentation and do it, you know?
Okay, so it's fine then.
Okay.
Dan.
Yes.
The wallet.txt file you pasted in the general channel, is that what we're going to work with?
What's the question?
The wallet.txt file you put in the general channel, is that what we're going to work with?
I'm sorry, I can't hear the end of the question.
He's asking if that's
The wallet.
going to work with.
Say again, Pete?
He's
I
just
believe
asking.
he's just asking
Say again, Pete?
if
Okay, he was
he's
just
just
asking
asking.
what we're going to work with. The wallets that you pasted into the channel, which yes, right? That was the one you intended for us to use. Is that correct, Dan?
Yeah, these have the same bytes in them.
David, did I get you right there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Excellent.
What do I fill in for num?
One would do, one or two.
Okay, is there some reason not to just put one here?
Yeah, if you scroll down to the, I put in if you scroll down to the end of the document,
Okay, I scrolled to the end.
oh, okay, I was actually thinking in the notes, I put in the reason for that. Okay, I didn't do that. Okay.
All right. Required SIGs, 2.
I think 3 will do.
Well, who's going to be the 3?
Jim, I, Valentine, you.
Well, I can't be one of them, right?
I think you can be one of them. You're generating the block, creating the block, and also signing. Okay, well, let's go with two then.
Is this what's the units for the time?
Duration is in minutes.
You got a recommendation? 5, 3, 7?
5. The last time we did 10, so let's go with 5.
And what's
5
the,
minutes. You have to specify that it's minutes.
something tells me it's better to be concrete and then tell people that they can change things later. But anyway, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, any recommendations on interval?
What the hell?
Interval 10 seconds.
Like that?
Yes. Or 10s. 10s. Yeah.
Okay, I can just
Good.
I can get ready for people to sign their thing or something and then kick this off. I can wait a little bit here.
Are you, why did you remove that?
I didn't remove anything.
No, what I meant is why didn't you run the command?
I'm standing by because if we only have 5 minutes after I started. Jim, are you ready
Yeah,
to?
but we need your bootstrap node to sign.
I see. Are not. Oh, that's right. I didn't put that back in there.
Can you copy and paste the command into the chat?
Oh, well, sort of. I have this weird thing here. Let me see if I can.
I think this command is just for the person creating the block. There's a different command for those signing.
So this is the bootstrap you guys need, right?
Yeah, but I can see an issue. It's your bonds file was not passed, so it's created a new bonds file. Oh shit.
Okay, so do you want to take the screen and do the next step, David? Because I don't think I can.
We'd have to get your bootstrap node first.
Yeah, I gave it to you.
But I'm thinking if you run the command again, it should change, won't it?
No?
It should generate a new bootstrap address.
Really?
Yeah, in my experience, it does. Is it the same thing?
It's the same.
Okay.
Only if you remove your directory that does it regenerate your a new address.
Okay, but now you have to confirm if if the bonds file was passed this time around. I think I didn't see that. And why are you getting peers?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you started standalone node. You're not, at least not yet.
Peers means
Okay,
somebody else is running. It means it's using the wrong bootstrap address.
he's doing a standalone node. The only peers what you're supposed to have now, the validators present here that would connect. That's the people you have in the bonds file. Can you scroll up a bit where the node got started?
No. Well, let's see. What do you want to see?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was an error before the node start. If there was an error either with the bonds file or the wallets file.
The wallet doesn't occur. It found bonds, but I can't see where. Oh,
It looks like it connected to the wrong bootstrap. I mean, it got an approval block right away.
But he's running a standalone node, so it's not connecting to any bootstrap node.
well, they should be.
Could it possibly have peers then?
I certainly did standalone.
Yeah. Do you have a config file?
No.
Okay.
I can stop it and let somebody else try, but I think we're kind of losing here.
Certainly confusing in terms of how it could be getting peers when we're just bootstrapping it up. And in standalone mode, it seems even crazier.
Okay, let me share that.
You know,
Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so run required 6. External bonds, text, wallets file, wallets, text, duration. Let's put it 10 minutes. Yeah. Interval 10 seconds. Or let's say 15 seconds. Oops. Should be 1 dash, 2 dash.
Probably should have used no PMP.
Yeah, okay.
It says the bonds file does not exist. That does, and the wallets file does not exist. That doesn't look good.
Yeah, so I'm thinking going back, so I have to cd into groups, our nodes.
Meanwhile, I wonder if you got peers.
Yeah, I didn't allow it to boot up to that extent.
Mm.
So, ls. Yeah. Okay, so okay, so escape WQ. Okay, so the CAF bonds. So I'm thinking I have to specify that this is inside of Genesis.
Well, you're already in that directory, so you don't have to, but whatever.
I would put //
Oh,
No.
okay. Oh, I was thinking I'd switch to default. Okay. Run this from here.
But I mean, you. I would specify the full path.
Yeah, I did that once, and that didn't work. Okay, I think that's it. So we're not getting any error, any of those errors. So, and I don't think I'm getting any peers, which is normal.
Okay.
So what did you do different?
We don't know. I don't know anyway.
I don't think I did anything different. Maybe you have. Did you try? Did you remove your RNode directory before running?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna paste in my Bootstrap address.
And we don't want that period, right?
You said?
There's a period at the end of what you pasted, which I believe is not part of the bootstrap address.
No, it isn't. Take that out. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna paste in the command for
You know, We have to run the command to generate the block, the Genesis block, right?
To sign the Genesis block. Okay, so that's the command that every other person is going to run.
Pete, I'm getting the private key here. The file name is the public key and the contents is the private key, interestingly enough.
Ah, got it. Okay.
There's a validator private key.
So each 15 seconds, it sends the block hoping that someone is going to sign.
Okay, so the command to sign the Genesis block. Deploy timestamp. Any recommendations?
Danny said?
Deploy timestamp. Any recommendation?
I think it's the same thing as I use. That's one.
And required signatures is 2.
Yeah. And note that the validator private key is the private key from the public key that we used earlier, that was sent earlier.
Would I miss that? You got to read the private key from your file.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be that file, yeah.
And the bootstrap address should be in quotes. What the heck?
That's the command I'm using.
Does anyone know why rnode uses either the var.lib/rnode or roots.rnode directory, or when it chooses between the two?
When you run it as a service, it uses varlib rnode. When you don't, it uses your home directory.
So running it as a service, that's when you do system control run rnode, right? Or start rnode.
Yeah.
But that's not what you're doing here. You're doing rnode run, so that isn't as a service, is it?
Correct. But I want to use that same directory later when I run it as a service.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can't get the no PNP thing to work, but whatever. Specified art wallets file does not exist. Oh, I changed directories. No private key connected. Detected cannot create validator identity. Oh, validators. Picky.
So has anyone done that?
I just started something. I got peers one.
Yeah. Okay, I think it to you, Dan. Connected to you.
Yeah, I got.
So we need one more person to sign.
I got block bonds don't match expected.
No wallets file will exist at Genesis? What? Now I got to start over again. I don't know what I did.
Okay, Jim, you said you're getting 5. Who's 7.5? Who has this bootstrap node? I think I'm connected to someone else. D6. And the third person. But it's still saying yes. Okay, beginning of on a proof block. Okay, no, that's not what we're looking for. Have 4 peers now. Okay.
So I'm starting. Listening for traffic.
What's your bootstrap address, Jim?
His bootstrap address is your address.
Yeah.
No, I meant your node address, not bootstrap address.
I'm listening on.
I fixed my bonds file.
Uh, 77547 FF.
So this is you. You're saying unavailable. This is you saying unavailable. This is you, right?
Yeah, that looks like me.
That's pure unavailable.
Okay, well, that should be fixed now. It just started gRPC service.
Okay. I think the only person I'm truly connected to right now is Dan. That is this.
It says it's listening for traffic now from you.
So I'm listening on 944F. Yeah, that's me. My God, block bounds don't match again. All right, see you later, Pete.
And then we have 6 peers.
Thanks, all.
How could that be?
You have 6 peers. I'm having 9.
Well, you have 6 peers.
That's what I see on your 1206, peers 6 in your log.
I have 9.
Ah, right. Okay, time delay. But that's a surprising number of peers, right?
Yeah, it's just supposed to be 3. That just the 3 of us.
Okay, I think I've exhausted my time for this.
Okay. I think this was the same issue we had the last time we did this. That was on the 29th of September when Joshi was the one leading this.
We actually succeeded.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check something. We're supposed to get
All right, take it easy, guys.
Did you want to do something else, or are you done?
Oh, I thought you guys were going to keep doing this.
I don't think that we have any path forward at this point, and I figure we can do this maybe do this independently again. We should probably keep our files and our wallet and bond files and our save our keys to keep using in these experiments. Although we'll probably add people to them. You don't want to lose your private keys, and you're locked out of the network once we do successfully create our shard. But this is the collab shard we're creating here.
On the other hand, bonding is supposed to work too, right?
Right. So you could join later, right? That's true.
Dan, you said what? I didn't get that. He said?
It's not the case that you're permanently locked out once our shard starts because bonding is now implemented, so anyone can bond later.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So if you lose your private key, you can bond with another one.
Oh, right.
All right.
As they have the faucet where you can get something to bond with. So Dan, did you want to?
Yeah, I guess I won't completely close that one out. I'm still interested in the certificate of membership. We could try to write a Roland contract that uses it. I wonder.
As of now, the certificate of membership works with RChain, right?
Yeah, it's generated with RChain.
Okay.
So now the certificate of membership includes the Discord ID, right?
Yep.
Does it have the whole Discord key or just the visible part?
It has your snowflake, your username, and the whatever that thingy number is after your username.
Right.
And then it has the snowflake of the role in the guild.
So how about we add to rho-bot something like my RChain membership or something that proves that a Discord user is an RChain member on Discord.
That would be completely circular, but maybe it's interesting to try.
Circular, yeah.
Because this thing says that you know the same person has a public key and a Discord identity, and then you just be checking: does this person have the same a Discord identity and a public key?
How about my public key? It prints out your public key.
Oh, just based on who you are. Yeah, sure, that would be useful.
And and at the same time, it lets everybody know in the channel that this person is a member. That's why I was thinking of my RChain membership to get the public key. I mean, I would just say, my RChain membership would print the public key along with the other information, but not necessarily. It wouldn't have to print everything.
So where's the relevant source code?
Where's the relevant source code? The relevant source code is should be pinned to the channel. It's not, maybe.
I'm interested to take the screen share.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm logged into the rho-bot machine here.
In KYC bot.
Locate KYC bot. Okay, home RChain KYC bot. All right.
You probably should set user to KYC bot. You don't have the group permission set up properly yet.
You mean user RChain? Okay, so I'm in the RChain group. Ugh. A moment. See if I got this right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the RChain API used in that channel has not been updated in quite some time. Not sure exactly where that is even.
My password again. What? This thing is failing me. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay.
So, so did you update the package?
No, I'm just getting my head around what's going on here. I just wanted to find out where the thing started. Starts at server.js.
Okay, so the RChain API is the right place. We want to do a make install and update that, or I don't know how that works.
All right. See if this works. It's complaining about some Discord JS stuff.
Do a make install, npm install. So
Well, it requires a peer of buffer util. Well, I don't know. Is it running right now?
it's running.
How could I tell that it's running?
What?
Do I have to like?
Weird. It's showing the stuff you're running, not the stuff that RChain is running.
Well, that's why I tried to sudo minus u RChain and do it.
It probably uses some other variable. I think you have to do an su dash.
Ooh.
Okay, if I do it as RChain, I get a totally different list of things.
All right, it's clearly running.
Yeah, if it's probably your home variable or something else. I think it's your home variable. It goes by the .pm2 directory in your home.
There we go. All right, and does it automatically reload if I change the source?
No.
Okay, so this worked.
So were we missing a dependency?
Well, I could stop it and try to run it. Shall I do that? I don't know whether we're missing any dependencies.
I think you're going to have to break down and and change. I mean, you can try it. I guess find out. I always end up breaking down and set it in su dash to RChain. Are you starting it twice?
I stopped it.
Oh, right. Okay.
So this looks like it's winning, right? This looks like I'm not missing any dependencies.
Yeah, it's running.
Okay.
Okay, but I don't think. Well, I'm not sure, but I think it'll maybe running on the wrong port. It's running on 0.40401. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's the RChain node that it's connected to, I would expect.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we should be able to.
Yeah. Okay. I got. Yeah. I thought.
How does one ping it?
Well, I mean, and normally you could just do a ping in Discord, right?
I don't really know what a Discord ping looks like. There, it seems to be. That's curious.
Okay, so what happened was you have it running as Dan, not as RChain.
Oh, right. So there was already that file there. Right. Anyway, it's pretty clear that we're talking to each other, right? Okay. It's weird. I can only write OCAP safe code, so it's like the first thing I do whenever I see code like this is I refactor it to be OCAP safe. Wow, no functions at all. One great big thing. Okay, so I take it I want to do something like this, right?
Yeah. That's, yeah.
What, you got a favorite word?
I would say I am.
But what we're doing is doing a lookup, right?
We're looking up the person themselves. I think we're showing.
Yeah. So I'm going to type something to get rho-bot to show my key, right? True.
How about who is? With the default being yourself. Or who am I? You want to ignore case on that, right?
Yay, look at this code that works. Um, okay. Yeah, this is where it's logging the 40401.
Right.
Okay. Where do we, okay. How do we get the sender? There we go. What other things do we know? Okay.
Maybe you should work in the test proof channel.
Interesting.
What exactly happened there?
Message.author is a circular object, evidently.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to get the keys. Oh, so there's ID. That's the main one. And 358, if I look at hold on. Ta-da. So currently I have not been putting this thing on the chain. Any thoughts on where to put it?
You could use my key value store. Oh, I guess you already have something.
What do you mean?
What do you store on the chain now? Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Right. I just give you this signature, and you do with it what you will.
I see. So perhaps we should create a key value store. I mean, the contract seems to work, but I didn't modify it to use to put it on the registry yet. But we could store it in the key value store.
I forgot how to use the registry. All right, we'll go with the conventional name. And I guess I got to print it. What the heck? I'll just use this whole thing. All right. Whoa, that was interesting.
So when the person says, "Who am I?" you're going to add it at that time. Huh?
We're going to do what at that time?
You're adding it. You're going to put it on the chain at that time.
Well, the robot doesn't have the certificate to add it.
That's true. It can't.
Right. So the user has to tell the robot to add it or something. Wait. Let's see, what does the cert look like? Yeah, what are we going to use as the key here? Do we want to hang it off their Discord ID?
I'm a little bit confused. I don't know exactly what you're doing now, or or what the user story is here.
Okay, so the user story is I would type in something like eval. And then I would paste this thing. It's going to tell me I've never heard of membership, right?
Right. You're going to have to look up membership, right?
Yeah. But so this, I'm going to say membership add, and then here's my claim, right? And then it's going to check the endorsement. And if it checks, then it'll add it to the database. So that so it can later look me up by this ID, right?
Right.
Okay. So for now, I'll just, okay. And so,
And how are you going to store it? You're going to use a map to store it?
yeah, I've got an empty map here so far. I'm actually, I wonder how much of this I want or need to take apart here.
But
I don't really care about the guild, the ID.
so you have to create a map of users separately, right?
This is, all this thing does is maintain a map of users.
Okay. I have to.
Right?
Yeah, I'm a little slow. I gotta read this. It's a little small. But if you're creating an empty store every time, how does it map the users?
What do you mean every time? It just does this once.
How does it know it's the first time?
Well, I just generated the name right there, right? When I deploy this code, this line is going to get run and this line is going to get run, which means this stuff is going to happen in parallel with this, right?
Yeah.
I haven't defined any contracts above here. This is the first contract.
Right, but it's not the first it may not be the first person to type the who am I.
The who am I is going to invoke this contract. We're going to run this whole file ahead of time.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what I didn't say. Okay. And I'm gonna, I could check that signature, but I'm gonna trust that guy to do it. What's the maps?
Yeah, and this is, I guess, a good way to where you can test a contract before you are confident enough to deploy it.
Yeah.
Create a new contract every time.
And then I'll just do, actually, no, that's boring.
So what goes out to standard error now?
I'm just going to make sure that I can match this stuff.
Now, is there a reason why you're not storing the whole record? And just the public key?
Oh, not a good one. All right, and we'll go ahead and test it with this. Right. Like this.
Um, you need a comma there after membership ad? And I think we need squiggly brackets around the claim.
Really? Like this?
That should do it.
So I don't seem to be running a node. I'm going to grab a more modern, I think I have an old 0.6.4 here. Okay. I think that one has better error handling.
I don't think the registry was supported in 6.4, was it?
Right. So I'm not going to get very far with that. Okay. That's interesting. The release notes don't have a link to the release. People think that, anyway, there's a, if I showed you this, this is the original guide for writing hypertext.
Yeah.
Even though you made links from one place, any other person maybe refer to that particular point. Anyway, so basically everything should link. There should be a path from anywhere to anywhere in your project, right? Usually there's a link to home, and then you can get everywhere from home. But anyway.
Yeah, I've been trying to say that in publications, but people don't put the links in.
Yeah. Okay. That's a new one.
What happened?
First received frame was not setting. Hex dump for 55 bytes, 485. User bin R node. What the heck?
Did you remove your old R node directory before you just installed it in?
Start Fresh should have done that for him.
I could try it again.
Yeah, try to remove .r node and yeah, try to install it again.
No, but this one's got stuff in .r node that's supposed to be there. I don't know. Maybe I can not do that.
Why don't you remove R space and
I'll just not use the fresh thingy. It's really convenient, but
Also, how did the Genesis ceremony go?
not well.
who's joined us?
That was me, Jeremy.
Okay. Okay. Now we're back to syntax error.
Yeah, it was good going through the process, but we don't know why. When David started it up, it found all kinds of nodes connected to it, and my node, it got an error when my node tried to connect. So I never got any. We never got any approvals.
What do you get if you, for the ones that was able to connect when they tried to deploy contracts in error?
It ran and it said connecting to. I was connecting to David's bootstrap, and
I got something about the bonds file not matching.
I was able to get that bonds file. I think.
I thought I had the right one, but it still complained. Oh, this thing doesn't have match syntax?
I think you might have to go to Mike Stays or the Core Devs tutorial to learn how to match.
Excuse me.
Oh, can one of you guys explain what the rho::registry does in Rolang? Is that just you're telling it that you're going to start saving items, or?
Yeah, the registry is a built-in thing in the node that allows you to store unforgeable names at public URI names.
Gotcha.
All right. It doesn't like this match. Why not? I still can't believe they don't. It says unrecoverable syntax error here, but you don't. You have to go over in their node log to find out where the error was. 2119.
Yeah, I was on mute. The directory we're creating here is not specific to Discord. It's a general purpose member directory.
I can't match that. Oh.
You also need to do that under debug.
39. Okay. Making progress now. I paid good money for something that would color names and processes, name variables, and process variables differently. Tasty. Oh, right. I don't have Discord ID. Okay, so I really want to match that Discord ID. I could match that much. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Okay. So I got this much, but I don't think I got here. Yeah, in my experience to debug, you have to put a print statement after every 4 to figure out what the heck's going on. Well, okay, so we got that far. But we didn't match anything. Oh, well, because okay, I think we're winning there. Okay, now we're winning. Dang it. Oh. So claim and endorsement should be at the same level. It's kind of weird.
Is this is your code on the collab?
I'm just writing it now. I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh no, I'm just saying so I can like review it like at a later time.
Oh, it will be.
Or if it's on your GitHub, that'd be perfect as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It'll be in here. What are we working on? Maybe we're.
Thank you, Sid.
All right, binding between Discord, which has got ID. And the public key. Oops, where does Discord end? Oh, right there. I guess I didn't pay attention when it was working. Is it like this? Ooh, look at that. But it did not match. Oh, member sig time and such. No, that's got to be inside here. Hey, look at that.
Sweet.
Wow.
Okay, so there's where it's returning. All right, so then you like lookup? Jim, do you like lookup?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, you can accept has as an argument
Say it again.
for database under the if db.has ID. I didn't know we can do that. Use that as an argument. Right there.
I'm not sure about your question.
You just said db.has. I didn't know that was allowed.
Yeah, there are methods on certain values or processes or whatever. Let's see. Cheat sheet, I think, has them. Contains.
What?
Oops.
So this is a method on a map.
Yeah. In fact, dbget returns nil if you. So let's just do that.
Hmm.
So these are going to race. I should order them. Let's just see here. Don't think that worked. Okay, I think that's the lookup. So I lost the race. Uh, oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do.
Now, could you have getting an echo? Could you have in that four put it added to standard out?
Yes.
I mean, instead of underscore. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just put standard out there.
I could, but it's a debug thing, isn't it? Debug helps me remember to go get rid of them, you know?
Right.
Okay, so added that. Somehow we're not, oh, am I not giving it? Oh, yeah, you got to give it, I don't have enough args here. Yeah, I do. Look up that, sit out. Somehow it didn't get to here. But it did do added. What form of insanity am I suffering from here?
Where in added, wait.
I'm calling them.
Wait. Go back down. You mean to close that you add it and then you want to listen, or you just want to do all that at the same time?
Well, this is the only way to order things as far as I know. There's no way to say do this, then do that, except with channels.
Mm-hmm.
So we got added. We assume added returned something. What?
Well, we know added because it's right there. I'm pretty sure that process was run as well, but somehow it doesn't.
But it doesn't print lookout.
Yeah, is this? Oh, there's both have. I don't know if this idiom works. Because I can't put two different contracts at the same name, can I?
No, you can't. So you're going to have to, make the name a list of membership and lookup.
Nah, I kind of like this. No, you're right.
Well, actually, I saw an example where it didn't even make a list. It just put membership, comma.
It's a tuple, yeah.
But that's the only way to give multiple methods to the same contract that I know.
Well, I could do a match inside of it, but then I'd have to have variable. The arguments would be awkward. Bummer. Okay. I got to turn that into a process there. This should be a name. Okay.
Might be nice if it worked the way you coded it. Still didn't work, huh?
Oh, you can only send one. Dang it, I keep doing that.
What did you do?
So I was passing multiple arguments to Sedair. And so it was saying, it was dropping those on the floor because it didn't have anything to match. You're only allowed to pass one argument. In Rolang, when you get the wrong number of arguments, you don't get an error message, you just get no progress.
Yeah.
Which is really evil. I don't know how people are going to learn this language. Okay, now did it print a public key? Oh no, it would have printed the whole cert. Yeah, I just can't do that. Yeah.
Why don't you just
Now this
It's
for
just
now it's acting like there's nothing in the store.
yeah, just in found, just print DB.
Oh, maybe it's a set instead of a.
Curly bracket should be a map.
How do you make a set?
Capital SET.
Oh. It's not getting to this point.
Okay, so
This 4 here is not firing.
okay, so it's not reading the store.
So I initialize the store to an empty map, and then let's see if I ever take something out of the store without putting it back. So that one I read the store and then write it again, right?
Right.
Here I read the store and write it again. Those are all the occurrences. How can there not be anything there?
Anything? Any chance that it's not the same store?
So why is it that we take the stuff out of the store instead of just like looking at the contents inside of it, and then
Because we can't. There's no way to communicate except by putting things at names and taking them off. It would be nice if we had peak. I would use it.
Well, there is a certain problem with peak in that it introduces concurrency issues.
Yeah. I mean, can't imagine Greg doesn't know how to solve that. He's had peak on the agenda for what, 2 years? We're getting lookup. But not the store. What in tarnation? Oh, I've got a syntax error, that's why. Set.
How did you know you had a syntax error?
I didn't. Well, I mean, I just hit. That's another thing. You don't. Well, sorry, I saw it down here. Yeah, it did give me an error message that in that case. Okay. So now all the pieces seem to be working. Okay. Right.
What about the name registry?
Yeah, we still have to do that. Still have to check the signature, and we have to pick out the public key. The client has to pick out the public key.
I'm suggesting print out the whole thing.
Oh, in response to who am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I did that stuff. So here's our membership thing is there, right?
Okay. Yeah. So we've got membership. Okay, so we just need to deploy that on rho-bot.net.
Yeah, well, we should actually check the certificate.
We should do that. Details.
Yeah. Ugh. I actually need to pick this apart a little bit.
You can do a match, right? Right there. Check result.
Yeah. Kind of boring that I had to. I wonder if I can do this.
Ah.
DSP signature is then what are the odds I got this right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
There's on 22.
19.
This is 22.
Oh, what if I just do this? Ooh, look at that.
I don't know what you did, but
I put braces around the other part of the and.
okay.
Yeah, braces are kind of they denote processes.
Right. Except when they denote maps.
Something else. Yeah. Okay, I got a nil back. Right. We're not actually checking that. So this is the signature. What did I sign? That's like claim, comma, endorsement, endorsement. That's right to me.
I guess, I mean, that's JavaScript. But I don't understand what this return row line does in countersign there.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun thing to go through here real quick. Actually, Indian. So tag templates. You can basically put these tags on the front of back quoted strings. And what that does is this function gets called with the string pieces and the expression pieces evaluated. So the string pieces go here and the expressions go here. Well, I guess the expressions go in the rest of the arguments. Yeah. And so then you can do whatever you want after that, at that point, right? So row is a thing that takes text with JavaScript stuff interspersed, converts the JavaScript to protobuf stuff, and then converts it to row-lang syntax. So that is how we got this.
So it returns a string?
Yeah. The row thing returns a string. So it looks like this.
Interesting.
What we signed is this takes the regular JavaScript data, turns it into protobuf stuff, serializes the protobuf, signs it, and then gives you back the hex version of it. So if we do it again, too many windows. Right. Is this thing on? Yes, it is. All right. So if I take my public key and stick it here, then it'll make this binding. I take this signature, and I sign it. I take that binding and I sign it, and then I request a certificate. And somebody's not running. Oh, that's the wrong. Okay.
So
Right. It is running. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work the first time, but it worked the second time. So here's our new endorsement. So I can just do And the claim goes here. That's the data. The signature is this. And the public key. Is that public key too long? No. One AD blah 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 73. 1 AD blah 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 73. Same one. Oh.
Yeah.
Craptastic. Back to the signature bit tweezers.
Oh boy, it's detailed. But yeah, I guess
I wonder what version of our node this API this thing's using.
rho-bot. Oh, you were. It's 7.1.
No, this service right here, the Springboard. Yeah, that's wrong. So that would cause the signatures to be bad, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the version that supports R.7 is still in the works. I might be able to scare it up, but
well, you updated rho-bot. I mean KYC bot. Did you update this one, or is it up to date?
I don't think I actually did get the right version of the KYC bot now that I think about it.
Okay, it's a branch.
It's not even in the same repo. It's in one of the forks.
Well, made a lot of progress.
Yeah. I'm going to take the dog out here. Maybe I'll figure some of this out later.
All right. You can come back to this room if you want look over your shoulder.
All right.
Later, guy.
All right. Ciao.